Welcome back. Our second game tonight, North Sydney, one of the early season pace setters, visit the Parramatta Stadium, the home of the Sydney Bulldogs.
Dean Pay, the captain of the Sydney Bulldogs, will take the ground for what is going to be, I'm sure, a great game of football. The big ones of the year. There's their team: Ryan Williams, Timu McCracken, Halligan, Dimmick Wheeler, Britt Hetherington, Newton, Smith, Pay and Gillies, and the North Sydney Bears. The fans probably wondering by now which team is playing today, because their form has been fairly hard to follow. Sears, Roy, Cleary, Florimo, Hall, a new boy at 5'8", Heffernan, Taylor, Stewart, Soden, Hearn, Larson, Fairley and Moore. Referee for this match today is Graham West. As we welcome viewers in New Zealand. Bulldogs from right to left, favoured to win, and favoured to win comfortably by many. Peter Sterling with me in commentary today. Larson, several very good forwards in the North Sydney pack. Will they provide the foundation for the backs?
Well, a big test for a couple of youngsters out there this afternoon, Ray. Peter Wheeler obviously impressed coach Chris Anderson last week against the Brisbane side. Ray Parramatta did play reserve grade today, so Wheeler has cemented his spot. And Paul Heffernan, at 5'8" for the North Sydney team. They have thought that they would have moved Florimo, or kept him at 5'8", and brought Sears into the centres. He's in the key pivot position.
Josh Stewart sending it down to the Bulldogs line, where Matthew Ryan gets his first assignment of the day. About 8 metres out from his own line. And Darryl Halligan is taken down by the North Sydney brigade of forwards. Larson for one. And the number 12. David Fairley, another. And Sydney with some very, very big forwards in their side today. Fifth tackle gone, and the Bulldogs have only achieved the 20-metre line. John Timu gets a kick in that is going to put North Sydney back in possession right on the halfway line on the first tackle for David Hall. Cleary in 3. Cross for Sears, in at first receiver. Florimo. Put away by McCracken. Jim Dimmick involved in the defence. The second tackle is gone. They work on the blind. Larson improves the ball by 5 metres, but as one would expect, the defence line up very quickly and very hard to breach it this early in the game, particularly at this level of rugby league. Two sides that are expected to be there in the semi-finals. Sears again. Taylor, hitting it low. Almost the perfect kicker of the football. Ryan. Discarded that headgear that we saw him in a fortnight ago. I couldn't quite work out what it was, but Matthew agreed, and now he's using more of the traditional or conventional headgear.
He actually said after that game, Ray, that he struggled with the size of that headgear. Almost cut off his peripheral vision as Jim Dimmick gets the ball back inside to McCracken, looking for support. Wheeler was there, didn't get the ball away, plays it forward, and he looked like he had a marker there, but the referee says play on.
Well, not only did it look like he had a marker, the other point, I'm wondering whether he struck it with his foot. Whichever way, Graham West has allowed play to go, and Dimmick lands it favourably on the first bounce for David Hall, and then Hall has to clean it up in the face of Jason Smith's defence. Cleary spins it away. This is Heffernan. He's only 19. He played for the Australian schoolboys in '92. Comes from Wagga, where he played for Trinity Senior High.
Some pedigree about him then, Ray.
Being from Wagga, of course, the hometown of so many fine sportsmen,
Good tackle there.
including the very modest Peter Sterling.
Simon Gillies, some strong front on defence. The last tackle now for the Bears. Ball to Tony Hearn. He's not the kicker. Comes up with a mistake. They're not the kind of mistakes you expect from North Sydney. A very well-drilled side. On the last tackle, they have to find a Jason Taylor or a Greg Florimo.
Penalty against North. Halligan will probably take a shot here. They rush up to take the tap. Timu will kick the line. 2 metres out.
And not a great deal of breeze to worry about either. The Bulldogs confident here, looking to put on 6 points.
They're in the centre of the park. Come left for Dimmock. And then he turns it inside for Pay. This is the last. Dimmock calls it. Yeah, goes Jim Dimmock. It's high. It's perfectly placed and beautifully marked. Moore. Fairly. Oh, David Fairley trying to squeeze a pass up. Why would he want to do that?
Well, the player he was passing to wasn't going anywhere. Darren Britt was into Gary Larson. That's a good decision. They were offside.
I just can't believe David Fairley there. It's not 30 metres out from your own line. No score on the board early in the first half.
And not the kind of mistake you expect from an international. Turning, attracting a couple of defenders. Billy Moore, as I say, wasn't going anywhere. There was plenty of attention there for him as well. The next ruck, you can see all the North Sydney defence offside. Larson, the man forced to make the tackle. And Graham West, rightly so, the penalty in front of the posts.
David Fairley on camera, he wouldn't be over impressed with what he did. Certainly a rush of blood for Fairley because he's not like that. Welcome to all our viewers taking us live today across the Tasman and across Australia. So Halligan with 874 career points behind him. And from right in front, you'd like to get evens, and if you did, you doubled your money. Bulldogs 2, North Sydney 0. Taylor starting now for second time. Kraken always seems to come up with the bring back. The Kraken. Gillies.
That's a good play from the Bulldogs, getting the ball a little bit wider towards centre field. This gives them options either side of the ruck. Newton takes the ball over the 20-metre line. And they'll get a little bit of a roll on. This time Gillies looking for support. He's tackled 31 out.
Strong tackle over the top from Josh Stewart. Wheeler pushes it away for Dimmock. And he gets rid of Jason Taylor. A couple of the forwards coming across to put him away. Dimmock, a very strong 5'8". Timu involved. So was Pay. So was Smith. And Jason Smith is away. Now it's on for Hedrington. Timu comes inside. And an ankle tapping tackle by Soden. That should bring a penalty. And it does. For the Bulldogs.
It'll be 10 minutes for Gary Larson. There's been a lot of play the ball infringements. He was probably a little bit unlucky here, Larson. A bit clumsy in the tackle. Break made here by Jason Smith, getting through the attempted tackle of Ivan Cleary. Soden comes up with a pretty important one right here. That's on Timu. And then Larson, a little bit of victim of circumstance with Timu under him, trying to get to his feet to play the ball.
Yes, I question the amount of intention from Gary Larson. It's called a professional foul. I don't know that there was a great deal of intention involved, and I thought with any description of the word professional, intent must be there, surely. But that's behind us now. Halligan prepares to kick again for goal. .33 out, practically in centre, and he's missed it. Now, the fullback put his foot on the dead ball line. So that's a line dropout. I mean, that is ridiculous, standing with your foot on the dead ball line. That automatically means that it's out on the full. Well, I can't believe Matt Sears would stand there. He knows if he doesn't move and he marks the ball, it's out on the full.
A big tackle there has helped the Bears' cause, although we're going to see a player spoken to.
This is going to be a report, Peter.
So a good tackle on swinging arm by Josh Stewart on Jim Dimmick. Dean Payne now coming out as well into the huddle with the other captain, Jason Taylor. We're about to see a penalty against Josh Stewart, and there's no doubt he has been placed on report.
Daryl Halligan will take another shot at goal. This will be his third shot.
And he'll get this one.
Eh?
And he'll get this one.
Thank you, Nostradamus.
Right, right.
I'm just trying to work out how much time has been involved in the 3 shots at goal. Some kind of rugby league record, I would imagine. 3 shots at penalty. See, that's where he stood. That's where he stood. And if you don't move from that, whether you mark the ball, if you mark it on the full, the ball is considered out. Stand on it, but move in towards it. The coaching manual would say. Halligan, 32 out, directly in front, and there's no need for any dramas this time. The Bulldogs 4, the Bears nothing.
We've got Tony Hearn appealing to the sideline. He's not going to be out there too much longer as Newton taken by some strong defence. There's still numbers to the left for the Bulldogs if they can get it there.
Wheeler, Smith, they've got them on the rack. Timu, 20 metres out from the line. North Sydney's trainer waving frantically to the bench. Hearn is gone. Dimmick away. McCracken, Florimo on McCracken. .28 out from the line. Wheeler, Dimmick, Smith, Gillies. Got a pass out.
Oh, good hands, Darren Britt.
Etherington now plays it. Wheeler comes to a very wide blind side. Holds it back, they must score. Timu scores, and then clutches at a hamstring or a knee. What is it?
Well, it's better late than never for the Bulldogs. They've been threatening that for the last couple of minutes, and beautiful work, as I pointed out, from Darren Britt to keep the ball alive, and then Peter Wheeler realising where the danger was. This was the intercept thrown by Heffernan. Greg Florimo just able to hang on to McCracken long enough to stop him going the distance. Wheeler got out from the quick play of the ball, positioned his men beautifully. Ivan Cleary caught in no man's land. Jason Williams positioned Timu beautifully, and he's just copped a pretty heavy tackle in scoring the try. A great vision here by Wheeler. Poor defence from Ivan Cleary. And then John Timu, who's been the most dangerous player out there, cops an accidental set of knees and stays down after scoring the try. The man was Matt Sears, who arrived a little bit late.
Halligan, the attempted conversion now of the John Timu try from the sideline, and I thought it would come round, but it didn't. So, the Bulldogs 8, North Sydney 0. Timu slowly to his feet. Taylor gets it into play again.
Gary Larson is now back on the field for North Sydney, so they're back to their full complement. Jared McCracken almost reaches the 20-metre line from the restart. Timu still very gingerly walking up the sideline. The Bulldogs trainer.
Dean Pay. Jason Smith got a pass off. Hetherington promotes it for Williams. Williams, a short ball for Ryan. Gone through 4 sets of hands, and they've actually lost some ground. They're keeping it alive.
Simon Gillies in some trouble out there for the Bulldogs. Picked up a wrist injury. He's out at outside centre now. Dimmick straight through, finds McCracken. Good defence. Again in a dangerous situation. This time it was Larson and Roy combined.
Work on the short side once more. Dimmick's kick. Referee just checking the touch judge to see that it wasn't late, and it wasn't. Matt Sears is 35 out from his own line. Hall. This is Billy Moore. Soden. Hearn. He's made a remarkable recovery because he was in the back seat earlier. He was very much a passenger, although I see him heading to the sideline now, Hearn.
Yes, and Craig Wilson in 28. And the super subs will come on as Taylor turns it inside to Big Foromo.
Taylor. Good pass over for Cleary. Now a chance for David Hall. Inside for Jason Taylor. Taylor gives it. Heffernan off from the 20-metre line. Finds support. Taylor there. Hall is there, so is Cleary. Now it's Hall. Hall steps. Looks for the line. Back to Matt Sears. And Sears, he scores. Magnificent try. Oh, that's a beauty. 8-4, the Bulldogs over the Bears.
Well, we thought we saw some great tries scored at Bruce Stadium on Friday night, but this is as good as any we've seen. A magnificent break here made by the Bears. A good cutout pass from Jason Taylor, open proceedings. He backed up, didn't have the speed to go on, so he passes off to Heffernan, who does a good job again to find support in Taylor for the 3rd time he's touched the football. Ivan Cleary gets the ball away. David Hall confronted by 3 defenders. And Matty Sears is there, bobs up at the right place at the right time. Magnificent try, 9 sets of hands, and just what the doctor ordered for the Bears from the straight of half-time. Their back line combining beautifully here, being able to offload in tackles. As I pointed out, Taylor, a couple of touches of the football, and then the crucial play here, the final pass from David Hall, setting up Matt Sears.
Beautiful try. Taylor coming around nicely, and it's there. Jason Taylor converts, and that puts the Bears right back in this game. Just 2 points down at half-time. We'll be back with the second half action in just a moment. Welcome back to Parramatta Stadium, the home ground of the Sydney Bulldogs. They're leading 8-6. Talking to Peter at half-time, it's a wonder they're not leading by 18-6. But the Bears coming back with a marvellous try right on half-time.
Well, statistically it shows that the Bulldogs should be a long way in front. A lot of missed tackles by North Sydney, 20 in all. 9 for the Bulldogs, a heap of possession for the Blue and Whites. And line breaks, well, the Bears were opened up on many occasions, 5-1. That says that they've got to be leading the football game fairly comfortably. It's not the case. 2 in front after that incredible try by the Bears right on half-time.
Talking of the try, it was scored by Matt Sears, who plays it now.
Let's just quickly go back to the try too, Ray. They've got to consider themselves very lucky, the Bears. Jason Smith kicked the football at the other end of the field, should have received a penalty. They should have either had the football down there or Darryl Halligan kicking for 2 points. So that's the game of rugby league.
Sometimes would like to be a fly on the wall in the referee's room at half-time and full-time.
It's been touched, they're all onside.
Halligan knows that. Surprised if there was a couple of blokes saying, "What happened to you? Did you miss it?" It was a blatant breach. As Peter said, it should have been Halligan kicking for goal, really. Jason Smith. Dean Pay had a marker. A few rulings here that have got quite a few people with puzzled looks on their faces. Sears out of his own in goal. No trouble identifying who's got the football. You can't see the top half of the body. It's just such an unmistakable running style for Matt Sears. Nigel Roy. Soden. Taylor. 67 on for the Bears is Danny Williams. Kick, Craig Wilson. Halligan. Friday night, of course, is City versus Country. Ryan. Match will be played at Steelers Stadium. The transfer from Newcastle, necessitated by the failure of the Newcastle club to take the risk of the match maybe not pulling a crowd. To put it in its simple version, the Steelers have now picked up the game. Hughes, and this is Williams.
Been a very good battle on the far wing between Jason Williams and David Hall. Williams, one of the most elusive runners in the game. David Hall, one of the most underestimated players in the competition, and defensively one of the best wingers.
Sears now. Toshak is on. Heffernan is off. Billy Moore. Hearn. Trampling run, which carried him over the top of Jason Hetherington, and now the Bears get a penalty.
It's only the second one they've received. 7 for their opposition. It's from Tony Hearn in his effort to get a quick play of the ball. It's interfered with as North Sydney now get a little bit of a roll on.
Belly and Larson working shoulder to shoulder. Larson playing it back for Soden, who goes down the blind side on a narrow corridor. That is Billy Moore. Now Taylor. Wilson. Wilson with the arms free. Florimo, he's in space. The defence is coming and Florimo looks for support. 7 metres from the line. Taylor, long pass, away from Wilson, on for Toshak. Toshak put away. The last. Wilson's kick goes across the ground and Dimmick comes away with it. Hughes runs with it and now Williams. Jason Williams. Sears goes for him. It looked a high shot.
Well, some frantic stuff from both teams. Florimo running away from his supporters. Glenn Hughes makes a bust over halfway. Well, Williams ducked into the Sears tackle. Some great cover. Darryl Halligan come out with a tremendous tackle on this side of the field as the Bears go wide. McCracken inside. Good tackle from Taylor Lowe.
Kraken with no marker, according to him and the referee. A few times you've had to query whether or not you've had a marker in this match.
Must have been a mirage, the 28.
Invisible man. Wheeler. Dimmick. To the air. Ryan is a chaser, so is Halligan. But well done, Nigel Roy.
Well, end-to-end stuff here. A great pass from Craig Wilson put Greg Florimo away. It looked as though it was try time. And 6 rucks later, we see Nigel Roy under pressure from Halligan. Earned his side a 20-metre restart.
Moore. Larson. Larson not well. 8-6. It's the Bulldogs in front by 2. Crowd, I think, feeling that Gary Larson was feigning an injury. The Bears to get their composure back, but Gary Larson doesn't do that. This is Wilson.
They're getting hit.
Soden kicks to a deepish Matthew Ryan. The bounce is bad for the Bulldogs. Ryan comes up with it. William.
Again, a close thing. The bounce not favouring Ryan. No, the last one did because it went away from Soden.
Smith. Dimmock. Yeah. Referee ruling that Dimmock lost the ball.
And in players' efforts to get a quick play of the ball, they lose their technique, and that is the perfect example of that. He wasn't being held. He had every right to get to his feet. The execution was poor.
The longer this match progresses, the greater the hopes of a North Sydney victory are becoming apparent. And really, repeating, at half-time, if the Bulldogs had been in front 18-6, nobody would have been shocked. But the Bears scored one of the season's best tries. They've hung in there. The Bulldogs have knocked back a couple of scoring opportunities, and they're working on the end of a bad penalty count. Now, having said all of that, they're only behind by 2. Wheeler up the center. Heavy tackle by Larson. Ralph. Smith. Dimmock. Williams. Battle over there continues, the one that Peter is talking about. Every match we've seen this year involving the Bulldogs, Jason Williams has been so elusive. The reason we haven't seen it today is because of David Hall. Nigel Roy running back into the deep, brings it back now. Kraken makes the tackle, 12 out from the North line. Sears. Correction, Toshak. Cleary. Wilson running at the gap and then getting the pass away. Taylor. Dimmock launching himself at Taylor. Hearn. Billy Moore. Hearn again. There's keeping it alive, and the Bulldogs not putting them away. Not shutting down the ball carrier. Not a great deal of ground made, though, after all of that. And Taylor puts it down onto the 20-metre line. Well, his kicking game, it hasn't had the depth that I've seen from him over a period of years.
That probably does apply to both sides too, Ray. Although you can say Jim Dimmock is as long a kicker as Jason Taylor, but I think they've really gone more for
Quality?
Accuracy, yeah. Make sure that the opposition haven't been able to catch the football on the full at speed.
All right. Those words, of course, from one of the great kickers in the game.
Good run again here from Mitch Newton.
Played good, hasn't he?
Yes. Very good this year. Cementing a spot in the top grade as Wheelis. Has to skip in between a couple of tackles. That's now the last. 10 metres becoming fairly ordinary in this game.
Dimmock's kick Batted back by Halligan. McCracken, he stands and looks at it, and now North's come up with it. Well, they had a ring of players around it saying it's yours, it's yours, it's yours, and then North took it from them. Soden, intercepted by Williams. We were just saying that he hadn't made a Here he is down, tackled, 15 out. And what about Matt Sears?
Oh, guess who? Chance here.
Ryan.
Oh, had to pass, had to get it wide. There's still an opportunity. They can get a quick play of the ball. They haven't reformed particularly well, the Bears.
Demick, short ball, the run around, then McCracken, then away, and over goes Halligan. Halligan scores. The Bulldogs' second try.
And in a twinkling of an eye, the game has changed. The pendulum had started to swing back to North Sydney. A wayward pass intercepted by Jason Williams has proven to be the downfall. Mark Soden getting one out the back. It looked as though Williams would score, but where's the number one? Here he comes. Gets sick and tired of the try-saving tackles that he makes each week. And a couple of rucks later, Jim Demick, the ball to Jason Smith, who attracted two defenders, so too Jared McCracken, gets one around the back to Halligan. And a wide conversion attempt, but one that Halligan may kick to put his side 8 clear. They did it well. Jason Taylor forced to come in. That forced the outside North defenders to come in and allowed that man there a simple dive over try.
There's the kick. That is the kick of the super boot from the sideline. 14-6.
You're watching Sky Sports.
Laguna by Renault. It's all worked out beautifully.
The takeoff acceleration will be gravity times 2, decimal 9.
24 brave men and women carrying with them a dream.
You have experienced the lunar structure.
Ces gens vont être projetés dans
what can only be described as an enormous cannon.
Incrível! Sou mais voo!
We're going for launch.
Check, data check. T5 ready. Logged on. Good. On. Lift off.
Space Mountain, the greatest adventure in the universe. Only at Disneyland Paris.
Working hard, keep pushing myself.
Once more, Tony.
That's it.
Let's see if you're any good.
Go on, Tiger!
Whoa. Whoa, yeah.
Now let's catch some breakfast.
Make Kellogg's Frosties part of your nutritious breakfast.
All right.
Kellogg's Frosties.
They're great!
Do you like the longer-lasting freshness you get from your fabric softener? Now you can get it in bold. Its new improved softener gives you freshness not just for today, but for tomorrow, and the next day, and beyond. Up to 5 days of freshness. He knows.
Better buy bold with quality freshness for up to 5 days.
Eurodollar.
Good morning.
Your first choice with Eurodollar car rental. License okay? Charge card okay? Route okay? RAC backup okay? Instruments okay? Car choice okay? Eurodollar. We'll help you all the way. Just think Eurodollar.
Seize the day.
Matthew Ryan has come from the field. And, Chris Tassel has gone on for the Bulldogs as Florimo. The tackle, Glenn Hughes. Work on the short side. Williams.
Good shoulder there from Robert Ralph. Very strong in defence.
Taylor. Then Fairley with quick hands down for Hearn. Then the overlap, but they couldn't get it on. Larson was trying to promote it that way, and then the numbers came for the Bulldogs. Screaming across to the left. Taylor's pass for Florimo. Kraken takes him. Soden gets a pass on. And that's Toshak with the ball. Kraken's performance there very good. Florimo's down injured. Hearn will be tackled almost on top of him. 20-metre line. Taylor back. Wilson. Toshak. Williams. Then for Matt Sears. And he's tackled 8 metres out. 5 gone. Florimo's a dummy half. And Taylor knocks on. Smith takes the advantage.
I know he's going back to where there were support players, but there was a lot of Bulldogs defence on the left side of the ruck as well. So Jason Taylor made the right decision there. They've got a few problems, North Sydney, carrying plenty of wounded at the moment. pass from Florimo. Should have been taken by Taylor, but again, he was looking at the defence.
In the background is for Mitch Newton, who gets a welcome breather. Dean Pay, the captain, goes back in for the Bulldogs. Nigel Roy with a long run back to recover. He doesn't want that over, nor does he want that over.
A little bit of Maradona work there, playing the ball sideways. And Matt Sears as David Hall straightens the attack up. Looks like we've got another blood bin here.
Watch this. You can play the ball in any direction, we should say that. But you've got to face goal, fairly to the blood bin.
Billy Moore back on, and in 22, North Sydney have another replacement player in Craig Everly.
Well done, he's with the ball now. I'm glad somebody knew who it was, because I didn't. Everly it was in 22. Now Billy Moore. Great Florimo. Taylor. Ralph has a couple of goes, eventually comes up with it. Tassel. 14-6, the Bulldogs over the Bears. And the Bears desperate for points as Smith is taken in a jolting tackle by Williams. Also Moore. Play. Wheeler on for Dimmock. Hughes now. Bouncing it down inside the 10-metre line. And Nigel Roy coming away from under the uprights. Chase from the Bulldogs not as intense as normal.
Had a pretty good game too, Nigel Roy. A little while to settle in. Coming from the Illawarra club to North Sydney. Been pretty safe out there. Good charge up the middle this time.
Brilliant.
Excellent 38 out. Taylor calls for the football, looks for the cutout, finds Larson.
Taylor again. There's Craig Wilson out wide. Three passes from one side of the ground to the other. Then David Hall gets a kick in. And he's not happy, and sure he should be. It was certainly not meant for that to be the final analysis of the play. All that passing from one side to the other, they might as well have kicked it out on the other side of the ground. Would have been a hell of a lot simpler. Being played at a fairly high pace. Hasn't been a lot of stoppages, and that reason some of the players starting to feel the pinch more than normal. Dean Pay almost on the halfway line. 14-6, his team in front. Dimmock's kick turns Nigel Roy around. He takes a look over the shoulder to see where Halligan is. He's back into the field of play as Dimmock confronts him and makes the tackle. Brings a crowd applause. Now David Hall not putting it out to the 20-metre line. Everly. Moore. Hearn. Taylor. Waramo. Confronted, put away by Darren Britt and Dean Pay. This is the last. Sears goes down. Two of the Bulldogs go down with him. And then high tackle. Referee says only around the chest.
Tassin actually nodded with that decision.
Watch it. Craig Wilson it was.
Ralph, the clear almost gets ankle tapped, and Tony Hearn finally rounds him up. A few gaps starting to appear in both sides as fatigue sets in.
14-6, the Bulldogs leading as Dimmick works on the short side and Halligan. West says no knock on. Dimmick. Wheeler puts a kick in, and West says again, play on. Sears gets around a player. David Hall down the centre. Taylor puts it inside for Cleary. Florimo is with him, but there's 5 or 6 of the Bulldogs around him. Played back for Everly. Given on for Williams.
Come the wrong way. Everybody was on the other side of the ruck.
Florimo screaming for it. To the right of the ground, and then Craig Wilson. It's battered down. That's 6 more tackles. Taylor gets it away. David Hall. Just a few metres from the line. Play back and away for Taylor. Everly can't handle. And the Bulldogs might have it. No, they haven't.
6 again, and there's still a chance to the left here. They've got to get a quick play the ball in wide passes.
Florimo throws the dummy and goes himself. Now that overlap is gone, it's with Tony Hearn.
On the line.
It is a try, is it? It is a try. Well, talk about a summit meeting. Took half an hour to get the result, but there it is.
Well, this has been an amazing game. I think one side is getting the ascendancy, and all of a sudden the other team comes back. There's no problem with that play on. All players don't have to move. Matt Sears positions David Hall nicely. Comes back to Jason Taylor, who offloads Dwight McCleary. Now watch the Bulldogs defence converge here. Now that they had to go right-hand side next play, but they've come to left. Fortunately for the Bears, a couple of rucks later, Tony Hearn has taken on Dean Pay and Jason Smith. And the in-goal touch judge would have had a pretty good view of that. He would have adjudicated, so let's have a look and see. We can work out.
Double movement.
Looks like a double movement to me.
On the head-on, it's a double movement. Absolutely no doubt about it on the head-on. The try, it's been given a double movement converted by Jason Taylor. 14-12. Again, there's the little promotion.
In-goal judges obviously ruled that when Hearn hit the ground, the ball was on the line. He hasn't worried about promoting it further.
Daryl Halligan starts the last few minutes of this game. Larson. Hearn. Williams. Taylor. Florimo. Cleary. Paul. Inside and away from Sears. Back and away from Florimo for Taylor. Bears 2 behind.
Good hands. Keeping everything alive now. It's the last tackle. We'll look for Jason Taylor. Drive it down. Fine touch, will it? No, it straightens up the tassel. A good chase by Nigel Roy. He's got some help. Everly comes up with a beautiful tackle. Good finish to this game. Only minutes to go. Still could go either way.
Williams. Dallas. Britt. Strong as an ox, and young Wheeler is able to capitalise. Promotes the football to within 5 metres of the halfway. Jason Smith. Last coming up now for the blue and white. Wheeler. Came off one of the Bears to another in an offside position.
A reaction catch there by Toshak. Let's just have a look where he is in relation to the man who touches it. It's a nine-ball decision again. It's Craig Wilson who was poleaxed by the kick. Oh. You see here Darryl Halligan has opted to kick for touch. It would normally be a goal kick, but with not long to go in this game, the Bulldogs more concerned with field position. They'll work away looking for the try, and if they can't score it, either put the bomb up or get it into the in-goal area. They need possession and position. They need to be this end of the field for both.
Dean Pay. 15 metres out from the line. The last exchanges of this match between the Bulldogs and the Bears unfolding. That is Tassel in 14. Came on for Matthew Ryan. Dallas, Wheeler, Dimmack. Dimmack opting to go himself. He had Gillies and Britt running decoy for him on the 20-metre line with Glenn Hughes, and then Jason Smith just flops it back into the centre of the ruck. And it's Dean Pay. The last. Ralph on. Dimmack kicks. Purposefully. And it's with the Bears to bring back to the 20-metre line.
Well, that was the worst result for the Bulldogs. Giving away 20 metres and possession as Tony Hearn taken by Darren Britt. Not long to go in this game. They've got to throw the ball around the North Sydney side. Take some chances.
Craig Wilson gentled down, really, by Robert Ralph. He could have gone on with it. Taylor puts Larson through a half gap. Moore runs on in support. Taylor again. Beautiful tackle by Pay. Everly. Done a couple of clever things, Everly, since he came on for Soden.
They run the football now on the last.
Fairly works. And then Florimo knocks on. The advantage for Wheeler. And the referee bringing it back for the Bulldogs to use the turnover 10 metres up the ground.
Well, we'll see nothing silly now from the Bulldogs. Robert Ralph out of dummy half. Simple work. They can't afford to come up with a drop ball or throw an intercept pass. So it'll be one out stuff. There's still time left. They'll kick the football. Well, this has gone forward. The drama's continued.
Graham West has given the Bears one more chance. Been some forward passes not called back, and then some line ballers that have. I can assure you there's been some puzzled looks on the Bulldogs coaching bench, and they're shared by many.
Will they get close enough to put a bomb up? This will be the last set of 6 in the game.
Florimo's calling for it on the extreme left of the ground. Hearn gets his pass on. David Hall. 20-metre line. Florimo. 9 metres out from the Bulldogs line. Everly on for Taylor. Floating pass and Fairley can't take it. Recovered by Sears. The referee ruled that it went forward.
David Fairley, he was under pressure, but he still should have caught the football. He's had a look at Jim Demick. And that's the ball game.
The scrum unable to pack in front of the siren. And Graham West calls a halt. A very, very controversial game. I'm sure the best team won on the day, but it could have had a calamitous ending. It could have been tinged with all the controversy in the world, this one, had it gone the other way. 14-12, the Bulldogs over the Bears.